Good morning, my babies. How's everyone's? Y'all want to make some sandwich bread? Alrighty. All right, babies, this is a double batch. So we have 2 cups of water, 2/3 cups of sugar, 4.5 teaspoons of active yeast. So we are going to put the sugar in the water, dissolve that. Oh, there went our power. Nice. I have made sure that this water is no hotter than 120 degrees. It's actually about 115. Let's double check and make sure. All right, we're at about 98. That's good. We're going to dissolve the yeast, and then we're going to let that set for about 10 minutes and make sure that it's good and foam. All right, my darlings, it's been about 10 minutes. Look at all that gorgeous foam. We are good to go, so let's move over. All right, in my mixer, again, a double batch, there are 6 cups of all-purpose flour. And it says, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt for 1 batch, which would be like 1.5. Measure till your ancestors tell you not to. Salt is what makes your bread taste good, so put some salt in there. We also have 2 tablespoons of oil. Actually, 4, because this is a double batch. My bad. And then we are going to pour all that lovely into there. All right, make sure you scrape that down. You want all of that foam. We're going to lock it in. Start it slow. There you go. You're going to mix this until the dough is no longer sticky. It generally says about 10 minutes. Give it about 5, and then you need to come back and check on it. When you can touch it and it no longer sticks to your fingers, it's ready. All right, my darlings, it only took a couple of minutes, and you can see it doesn't stick to my hands. So we're going to move this over to a grease bowl. We're going to cover it up. I'm going to stick it inside my oven, which is off, and we're going to let that rise for, probably a couple hours, or at least until it's doubled. Just so you can see this, again, that's what we mean by no sticky. The bowl's clean. It just came out that way. If it's sticking to the bowl, you need to let it go a little bit more. There you go. So we're going to cover that, put that in the oven. Yes, we're going to try round 2 of those. We'll come back later. Okay, well, Jesus, it actually split my cling form. So hang on, and we'll get this ready for the pans. All right, babies, hopefully y'all can see this. I'm going to put just a little flour right here. We're going to get this out, knock it down, and then we're going to cut it in half. Just right there. Dump it out. All righty. Get us a big old knife, because I don't know where my bench knife is. What we're going to do, cut that in half. That looks about half. All right. You don't really need to knead this. Get what I mean, knead? All right. Roll it up just a little bit like that so we can get our hands on it. I'm making 2. Butter these or spray them down, whichever one you want. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place them in there. And then I form mine, meaning that I kind of smash it down. All right. So it looks like that. See, we start with this. And I don't really need to be all that gentle at this point. Okay. We're going to let these rise again. Generally a couple hours. I'm going to watch them a little bit closer. I don't want them to overproof at this point. When they have a nice pretty little dome on them, we are going to bake these at 350. I think it's for 20 minutes, but we'll check and see. All right, so come back. All right, darlings, our bread has proofed. We have nice little domes. They look very pretty, very pretty. So off into the oven they go for about 15-20 minutes. All right, my childrens, we did right at 20 minutes. You can kind of hear that. Kind of sounds a little hollow, I guess you'd say. And then basically I just brush butter, melted butter over the top. We will take these out. And this part is imperative. You must let it cool all the way before you cut it. Otherwise, your bread is going to collapse. That is just the way it is. I don't make the rules. That's legit just how it is. So let me grab a rack real quick. And just so you can see the bottom of the loaf, I'm now going to turn it over and turn it that way. I have it on a rack so that it can cool on the bottom. We want air to get around. We want air to get up underneath that so that it cools completely and the bottom. Otherwise, if you left it covered, steam could get down in there and it could make it mush. All right, there you go. 2 beautiful loaves. Yeah, we'll cut them later. So there you go, my babies. We've made fresh bread. Now, what I'll do at the very end of it is I will show you the bread once it's cut. I do use a serrated knife, and I just cut by hand. The only thing I can tell you is take your time. All good things come to those who wait. Yes! So we're going to let this cool completely. Like, this will be several hours. I may not cut it till tomorrow, but it's definitely going to be 3 or 4 hours for sure. A nice, sharp, serrated knife. Cut slowly and back and forth, and you should get some really nice slices. I personally keep mine in Ziploc baggies. I don't throw my bags away. I just keep reusing the same bags. It's pretty easy to do. I will leave these on the counter for maybe a couple of days, and then after that I store them in the refrigerator. There are no preservatives in this, so it will mold kind of quickly. If you store it in the refrigerator, it will last almost indefinitely. I've had it last months. Just saying, just saying. So that is my recipe for white sandwich bread. If you all actually want the recipe that I've used, you know the rules. Comment down below and I'll be happy to send you the link. So stay tuned towards the end of it and y'all get to see that pretty sliced bread, okay? All right.